Hello, my name is Phil Lewis. I'm the Executive Director of the Missouri Association of Secondary School Principals. Today is March 8th, 2018. Here's what's in this week's update. Why do we have meetings? Concerns that are facing schools all across the state, guns and suicide. Time of the year for leadership conferences, spring conference honorees, school safety, walkouts and demonstrations. Legislative action up to this point, signs you are successful, and how to use ACT data. There are lots of links and lots of important information there for you this week. Well, according to Warren Buffett, proximity is power. You have to get close to people. They can save you a decade of time just by one insight. This is why we have conferences and meetings. I know that you spend more time in meetings than you would like to. The content may or may not be of interest or of value to you or your school, and you begin to think of problems that are going on back in the building. I would suggest that you try and find some ways to expand your knowledge of how to run and participate in a quality get-together by attending a meeting outside of your district. You can enhance your credibility with your building, your district, and your staff. You can be on Twitter and read articles and books, but the real value comes from the wisdom and experience of others. It's much more fun to add substance to a meeting by contributing important anecdotes that are new and relevant knowledge for the benefit of the group. So find a meeting, find a conference, and go. Concerns about guns and suicide. Both are on the mind of principals and teachers in your building, and the culture is the biggest key to protect your students. Students need to feel safe, and they need to know they can talk to a teacher, a counselor, or the principal when they feel uncomfortable. Many students are afraid, and as a result, there's a rash of students bringing guns to school all across Missouri. Several rural districts are presently allowing teachers to carry if they go through training. Other school districts are presently trying to find ways to maybe communicate with their district or their communities about the possibility of having teachers carry guns in school also. Suicide is another problem, and it seems to almost be something that is of major concern to all of us. If you're unsure where to go for help, there are a couple of places and some links that are available in this week's update. You can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Missouri also has a behavior help line, so you can call that hotline as well for your region. Click on the link and it'll take you to a map, and you click on your region and you'll be able to get some numbers and some information. Leadership conferences. Each spring is the time of year for school leadership conferences. MAESP just finished their conference. Of course, that's the Elementary Principals Association on Tuesday, and they had over 500 registrations. Superintendents will have their conference in early April, and the estimated attendance will probably be somewhere over 400. MOASSP, that's us, of course, are hoping to serve over 325 principals. Please come and join us March 25 through 27 at the Lodge of the Four Seasons. We will honor this year's Principals of the Year selection: Teresa Wilson, who is the Assistant Principal of the Year, Bill Powers, who's the Middle School Principal of the Year, and Jeff Meisenheimer, who's the High School Principal of the Year. We also will honor the Walsworth Consummate Professionals. So make your arrangements, get your registration in, and get your rooms at the Lodge of the Four Seasons. School safety. MOASSP has prepared a document that might help you walk through a few possibilities. We'll have that as an attachment. We'll also have an attachment from the Missouri School Boards Association that gives you some legal background for some of the decisions that you're going to have to make, and a few other resources there, including Missouri Ed Council and some other places where you can go for help. Senate Bill 612, Missouri's Empowerment Scholarship Accounts program, was on the Senate floor again Tuesday night, and no vote was taken. There is a big push to get the door open for vouchers. If you have not contacted your senator, please do so at this time. We want to have a special thank you to Jill Shoup, John Rizzo, Gina Walsh, Kiki Curls, Jacob Hummel, and Scott Sifton for their outstanding support for public schools and pointing out how bad Senate Bill 612 is for Missouri. So if those people are in your area, please send them an email of thanks. Also, House Bill 2247, you've probably been getting some information on that this week. That also is something that we need to make sure that we notify our representatives on. 5 signs that you're successful, whether you know it or not. This is a great link. Click on that. I think you'll find that an interesting read. Leadership Matters. Do you know that over 700 principals and assistant principals in Missouri's K-12 system are involved in the Missouri Leadership Program? This is a great program. There's 262 school districts that have principals or assistant principals participating in the program, and the feedback has been spectacular. So if you're going to hire a new assistant principal or you're going to be a new principal, my suggestion is you contact us or someone at the State Department to get yourself involved or get your people involved in that process, because it's really a good program. Also, there's a link to how to use ACT data and a couple of webinars that your teachers, your counselors, or even you can look at and be a part of. Spring is in the offing, and hopefully the longer days and more prominent minutes of sunshine will usher in the renewal we've come to expect this time of year. As the principle of the thing, your presence and smiles will reinforce the season. I hope you had a good week and you'll have a better one next week. Thank you.